Hello again. This is TG Waba playing Parkitect again. We'll be playing with more roller coaster stuff. Specifically the G-forces of what coasters can put out. So I've made a actual new blueprint based on the flat version of Roller Coaster Alpha called Roller Coaster Beta. So the first thing we're going to be testing is what happens if I remove this hill and replace it with LSMs. The max velocity we need to maintain after the hill, to keep it as kind of a test case, is going to be 58.15 kilometers per hour. So let's get rid of this hill. There we go. Turn on LSM. We can basically change it to whatever we want to. So I'm going to go ahead and save it 58.1. That'll be good. And build it together, and then test. This is basically just a little experiment to see what's the difference between having a hill and not having a hill. This is going to show us roughly what the drop is like. There you go. Lowered intensity by almost 20. Lowered excitement a little bit. Lowered nausea by a decent amount too. So there you go. That's what hills do. Get out of here. Now, next thing I'm going to do is actually work on G-forces. So G-forces are basically a acceleration in a direction. Vertical G-forces are like gravity, with positive going essentially down to the earth, G going towards your head. Lateral G's would be going side to side. Longitudinal is essentially being pulled forwards or backwards. Each of these forces is kind of relative to what's going on in the actual roller coaster, so like a turn like this will have some lateral G-forces. I've got no data. So look at this one really quick. So lateral G-forces, you'll see there's a lot in the turns. Whereas vertical G-forces are from hills and bumps and loops, things like that. And then longitudinal is generally when you accelerate. I mean, chain lift hill is not really going to accelerate you very fast, and this is not going to change that much in terms of acceleration either. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to max out the most lethal version of G's, which is actually negative vertical acceleration. If you experience too much of it, you'll get a condition called red out. This is kind of a condition that they found with like fighter pilots and stuff like that. People who do a lot of like high G maneuvers in air and space and stuff like that. Well, it turns out that red out can have serious effects, considering that all the blood is basically going into your brain. And it can cause blindness even if it gets over about negative 3 Gs. I guess you could say under. So we're going to rebuild this roller coaster. And not try to change the money. And we are just going to straight up remove about, well, start about here. Get rid of all this stuff. So one nice thing about LSMs is you can actually have them on an upslope. So instead of a chain lift hill, you can have LSMs. So I'm just going to leave it as default again. Bring it up to, we'll say 10.5. That'll actually bring it straight to 10. So, no longer need LSMs. So the thing that I'm going to do to actually make it do this, a gentle slope, I'm going to aim for 135 degrees, like this. It'll make it so that the roller coaster is essentially tipped upside down, and as it goes through the turn, it's going to have all of its force going directionally outward, and basically make it so that it's trying to pull you out of your seats and having all your blood rush to your head. And there's the 135. Rotate all the way around. And now we need to not do that. We need to flatten out and then fix a rotation. We're actually still too high a little bit. That's okay though. We'll just do this. Oh. There you go. And we're good. Alright then. We'll test the roller coaster. I like the stats on this one already. You can really see how upsetting this effect is, considering the G's. So there it goes. And we have negative 4.58 G's, which is definitely enough to make you go blind and probably enough to kill you. And as you can see, the intensity is 277.4. No one's going to ever want to go on this ride. Ever. I mean, there are sometimes people who go on rides who have like insane levels of preferences. Let's see their preferences. I don't remember how. It's not inventory. Not experience. Down here. Low to very high. So, as we saw, this is ultra extreme. Like, I wonder if I can actually search Populous. I can actually take a survey. That's actually kind of a funny thing you can do. Was it research survey? Yeah, we can. I don't think we can pick a topic for that, though. That's okay. Simply put, if anyone actually used this roller coaster, they would die.